January 22nd, 2006, on a cold night in Toronto, something happened that no one in the arena would ever forget. It started like any other NBA game. Two teams, four quarters. A scoreboard waiting to be filled. But by the end of the night, the numbers on. That scoreboard would tell a story so unbelievable. It would echo through basketball history forever because that night, Kobe Bryant didn't just play basketball. He created one of the greatest individual performances the sport has ever seen. 81 points in a single game, not in overtime. Not across multiple nights in just one game, and in doing so, he delivered the second highest scoring performance in NBA history, behind only Wilt Chamberlain's legendary 100-point game. But what made this moment so special wasn't just the number. It was how it happened. To understand it, we have to go back to the start of that game. The Los Angeles Lakers were on the road. Facing the Toronto Raptors at the time, the Lakers were in a difficult phase. They were rebuilding, searching for consistency, and heavily relying on Kobe to carry the team offensively. Everyone knew he was capable of big games, but even for Kobe, what was about to happen felt impossible from the opening minutes. Something felt different. Kobe came out aggressive, focused, locked in. He attacked the basket with confidence. Finishing through defenders, he pulled up for jump shots with precision. He moved with purpose, as if he already knew what kind of night this would become. Every possession mattered, every shot had intent, and slowly, the points began to add up. At first, it didn't seem historic. It just looked like Kobe doing what Kobe always did, scoring, leading, competing. But as the game moved into the second quarter, the pace didn't slow down. If anything, it increased. Defenders tried to adjust. They put pressure on him. They contested shots, but it didn't matter. Kobe kept finding ways to score mid-range jumpers, drives to the rim, free throws. Everything was working. By halftime, the crowd started to realize something unusual was happening. Kobe had already scored nearly 40 points. That alone was impressive, but more importantly, he didn't look tired. He didn't look satisfied. He looked like he was just getting started. And that's when the conversation began. This isn't just a great game. This could be something historic. The Raptors came out in the second half, determined to stop him. They threw everything they had at Kobe. Double teams, traps, different defenders, different strategies, but nothing worked. Because what made Kobe unstoppable that night wasn't just his skill, it was his mindset. This was the essence of what would later be known as the Mamba Mentality: complete focus, relentless determination. No hesitation, no fear every time he got the ball. He attacked. He didn't wait. He didn't hesitate. He took control as the third quarter progressed. The energy in the arena shifted. Fans who had come to support the Raptors found themselves witnessing something bigger than the game itself. Every time Kobe touched the ball, there was anticipation. Every shot felt important. Every basket felt like part of something larger. And by the time the fourth quarter arrived, it was clear. This wasn't just a big night. This was history in the making. Even Kobe's teammates recognized. If they started feeding him the ball more often, they understood what was happening. This was one of those rare moments where everything aligns, where one player takes over completely, where the game becomes something unforgettable. The final quarter felt different. The pressure increased, the excitement grew, every possession mattered more than the last. Kobe continued to score fadeaway jumpers over defenders, three-pointers from deep drives through traffic. Finishing against multiple defenders, the Raptors tried everything. They pressured him, they contested every shot. But it didn't matter, he kept scoring, and with each basket, the crowd reacted louder because now everyone knew they weren't just watching a game, they were witnessing history. The number kept climbing, 60-61. And then, something unbelievable happened. Kobe reached 80 points at that moment. The entire arena felt frozen, because now the impossible was within reach. And then came the final moments, one more basket, one more shot. And when the game ended, the scoreboard told the story: 81 points. The crowd erupted, players stood in disbelief. Commentators struggled to find the right words, because what they had just witnessed didn't feel real. It wasn't just a great performance, it was legendary almost immediately. The basketball world reacted. Highlights of the game spread everywhere. Fans shared clips, Analysts broke down every shot. Discussions began about where this performance ranked in NBA history. Many called it the greatest individual performance of the modern era, because unlike Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game, which happened in a different era, Kobe's 81 came against modern defenses in a highly competitive league under intense pressure.
We wanted to win this game so bad, and they jumped out to us on an early lead, and my ankle was hurting me. I was a little tired, but we needed to get this W, so I had to push through it, and had a great performance.
Well, if you had a healthy ankle, you would have broken 100 points, Kobe. Is this the stuff of dreams? Did you dream of this when you were a little kid?
You know what? I couldn't even dream of this when I was a kid. There's just no way possible. It's just a blessing from above to be able to play this game, and more importantly, get out of here with this W. That's what really matters.
You got Golden State, that is a 7-game road trip, Kobe. They're chanting your name. This is gut check time,
baby. It's fun to play here. These are our people. These are our fans. And it feels great to put on a great show here at Staples Center and see if we can't get some more W's in the process.
It wasn't just about scoring. It was about how he did it. He carried his team. He performed when it mattered most. He delivered under pressure. And that's what made it so special. This game became the perfect example of Kobe's Mamba mentality, the mindset that defined his career: relentless work ethic, focus on the moment, never backing down, always pushing forward. It inspired a generation of players. Young athletes watched that performance and saw what was possible. They saw what dedication and confidence could achieve. They studied his footwork, his shot selection, his mentality, because this wasn't just a game, it was a lesson, a blueprint for greatness.
Years later, you watched a replay of that game and you live tweeted what you were thinking, and I thought that the students would like to see some of your tweets from watching that game.
I don't remember what the hell I said.
So this is awesome. So it says, watching the game now, I missed easy shots, I could have had 100. Down 14, I'm heating up. At this point, I wouldn't pass a kidney stone. And then lastly...
Damn, I should have been a comedian, man. What the hell?
And then lastly, I knew I should have got a fresh haircut for this game.
Years later, the 81-point game remains one of the most talked about performances in basketball. History highlight reels are still shared across social media. Fans still debate its significance. Analysts still compare new performances to that night in 2006. Whenever a player scores 50 or 60 points, the conversation always returns to Kobe. Could anyone ever reach 81 again? Could anyone ever replicate that level of dominance? Because what Kobe did wasn't just rare, it was extraordinary. It was a moment that transcended the game itself, and it cemented his place among the greatest players of all time. Not just because of the number, but because of what it represented: passion-focused determination. The ability to rise above everything and deliver something unforgettable. Kobe Bryant's 81-point game wasn't just about scoring, it was about greatness. It was about showing the world what happens when talent meets preparation and mindset. It was about creating a moment that would live forever. And that's why, even today, fans still watch it, still talk about it, still celebrate it, because nights like that don't happen often. They become part of history. They become part of the story of the game itself. And that night in Toronto, Kobe Bryant didn't just play basketball. He created a legend. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with another basketball fan. Because the greatest moments in sports aren't just remembered, they're relived again and again.